What's up, JR Business? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you all are having an awesome day. We are back on the move. Today, we are headed out in just a moment to go out to Oshkosh, Wisconsin. If you guys know, every year it's one of the biggest air shows, if not like the biggest air show in the US. Fly in. Everyone brings their old planes, new planes, jets, whatever. Everything aviation is going to be there, so we're super excited for that. Keep an eye out for our third channel, which is coming soon, JR Aviation. JR Garage, JR Business, JR Aviation. Let's go. Los Angeles, Phoenix, Vegas coming up. A lot more to come. So I'll post on Instagram, social media, so follow us, JR Garage and Team JR Business.
But as for today's video, another great one. Today we're looking at a particular project that's a little bit different than some of the others that we've reviewed. Some of the others have been a little more niche focused within a particular industry, and this one is also focused on its own industry, and that is the finance industry, but it has a lot that it's going after. So lots of big objectives, and if they can get them done and be the one-stop exchange for all digital assets, and they want to do everything, not just buying and selling and, you know, owning a Bitcoin or an Ethereum, but they're looking to do futures, but they also want to do, you know, shorting, just everything that currently goes on in the real finance world. They're looking to be able to tackle. So the founder comes from finance background, from Wall Street, and so he knows what all there is out there to be done, and he wants to be the one to get it done.
Boom. Sounds exciting. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Stay tuned for our adventures this week. We're always bouncing around. I hope you guys are having an awesome summer so far as well. Oh, and before I forget, it's a cryptocurrency video, so we got to do a cryptocurrency giveaway. The last winner, all you got to do is comment on this video, be subscribed to the channel, and we pick a winner every cryptocurrency video. So the last winner was right down here. Yes. Congratulations, randomly selected comment. And now just comment on this video. We'll pick a random comment, announce the next video, and you get free cryptocurrency.
That's right. So yeah, can't go wrong. Doesn't get any easier than that. Drop a comment down below. We want to see what you guys think.
Boom. All right, well, Christian, take it away on the laptop. Here we go. Hope you guys enjoy.
Hey everyone, we've got a great video in store today. I think it'll be very interesting to a lot of you all. I spent a lot of time researching it and a lot of time going back and forth with some friends and some other more knowledgeable people in the financial space than me. And we talked about it, enjoyed talking about it. So I think you'll enjoy it because it's a little bit also different than some of the other projects that we have reviewed. Most of the others might have focused in one niche area, but this is going big. Blockvest is going to tackle really, it seems like, as much as they can. Their founder, Reginald Ringgold, he is from the finance, he has a finance background, he's from the space, and he knows that it can be done, and he wants to be the one to do it. So him and a team behind him, but he's definitely, you'll see a lot of YouTube videos with him, and he seems to know what he's talking about. So without further ado, let's get into this sponsored review. The project is called Blockvest, and they're working on a cryptocurrency exchange and index fund, but the biggest thing is that they're first licensed and regulated to be based in the United States. So this means that they're having to deal with the SEC and, you know, everything that's been going on with cryptocurrency and the SEC, and is it a security or not, all that work. So this is, I think, a big step in the right direction and a good, you know, initial foundation to be built off of. So the idea is really that simple, but at the same time, it's quite involved. You can spend a lot of time getting down into everything and really understanding all the opportunities that there are and all the plans that Reginald has for Blockvest. You can certainly spend a lot of time learning about everything Blockvest plans to accomplish. I've definitely done that, and I'd like to share with you all an overview of some of the master plan that they have for Blockvest. So this is a closed-end fund, and so the only way to purchase shares would be from an IPO, so the only way to purchase tokens in this closed-end fund would be through an ICO. So they're holding their ICO. We can talk about the progress that they're making and all that good information that we always hit on in a bit. But here there's a 5-minute intro video. This is definitely something to watch first. Get the ball rolling and get your mind going in the right direction for what it is they're working with here. And so then, being a part of this this fund, you can stake your tokens, your blockchain investment tokens, and take that and receive dividends. Instead of dividends, there's dividends, and it's the same idea. And then also stake it for stable coins, and that's going to be the yield token. So they're going to be using smart contracts to do all that, and that's just a beautiful use for smart contracts. Makes perfect sense. And that should all work out very well. As promised, here we are. So they're at their pre-IPO stage. They've already closed their pre-sale, and now it's a 23% pre-IPO where they've raised 17% of their goal for this stage. This is some general information, hits on the basics. Check that out. And then a couple things to point out here why use Blockvest. And they kind of show all these different coins, and these are some of the top coins, as you know, or top cryptocurrencies in terms of coin market cap. So the top 30 is what they're going to incorporate into their index of cryptocurrencies. So the goal is to be able to, as with any index, is bring on a lot and make it, simplify it into just one kind of ETF. And so they represent Bitcoin, and they talk about they kind of talk about each of these coins' strengths and how they kind of apply to Blockvest, and how Blockvest has even picked up some of the tips. Like from Dash, they use the master node network. As a matter of fact, in Blockvest, it's called the Nvestnode, and they reference Litecoin over here. Talk about how they're going to be able to have equally low transfer fees and incredibly fast network speed. I'm just wondering how they're kind of going to do that. They don't talk about it too much anywhere else on the website, but nonetheless, they hope to have that same achievement that Litecoin did, and to incorporate the benefits of Tether. You all have heard of USDT and the idea of a stable coin. So Blockvest has the yield token, and that'll be collateralizable against the BLV token, and be able to have that idea of more stability and less volatility. And that is something that they're looking very forward to. And it'll be able to kind of balance the two. Those who are looking more for stability, and they'll pay for it a little bit with fees, or they'll pay these more the ones that are okay with the volatility and are willing to stake their BLV against it. Now to their timeline, looks like they began around 2018, but as you can see here, some of their offerings being approved and some other work pending. And then the launch of the decentralized exchange and the Blockvest platform wallet Nvestnodes is coming late 2018. So you'll have to be a little patient on this. There isn't necessarily a minimum viable product. I was thinking maybe in place of an MVP, if you could do a past year example of what this index fund might have looked like, and how some of the dividends would have been paid out, what the ratios would have been of the components of the index, and it's going to be based on a market cap aspect. So how that would have all looked, I think that would be a fair substitute for any lack of a MVP at this stage. But after that, I have to admit, nothing super specific, just the hope to go global. Down here we have the distribution of tokens. So 60% of tokens are being offered on the token sale, and then out of those tokens, the funds that are raised, a good portion of that is going to need to go toward purchasing a bunch of these cryptocurrencies to make up the fund, these top 30 coins. And finally, briefly over to their white paper. It's only 11 pages long, so it's definitely worth a read. I'll take you to two highlights that I wanted to hit on. One thought I had on this, I probably just haven't thought of the right answer yet, figured it out, but how will the BLV token and the yield tokens balance? It seems like just whenever the BLV starts to slow down or fall a bit, then everybody would stake and try to get into the yield that should be stuck pegged at $1, and then as things move the other direction, go back to the Blockvest. So just look at USDT. It's the same idea, and it's been working just fine. One last thing I wanted to hit on, this was something that I liked seeing. Reading through here, they talk about their AI and some of the trading that's going to go on with these indexes. A lot of other projects I've seen out there, if they're involved a little bit with the trading aspect or exchange aspect of, they'll have these bots that make perfect trades all the time, 24/7 while you sleep. But then it kind of ends there. They haven't talked about any partnerships that they've actually brought on, or any work that they've actually done to get closer to that, but they mention here about partnering with Syndicator, a bunch more facts about it and statistics about it, and it looks like that partnership should be able to happen and will be beneficial to both parties. So there's lots of centralized exchanges out there, and those are some of the biggest and most popular right now. Blockvest's goal is totally decentralized exchange and peer-to-peer and everything. Even the centralized exchanges, which seem a little bit easier, are sometimes having trouble with keeping up, and things take a lot of time, or exchanges are even down. So I just want to make sure that they have this decentralized route down, ready for the scalability that some of these centralized exchanges have seen come on so quick, and being able to keep up with that. And then last idea, Blockvest is going for a lot. I was saying it at the beginning, how the founder coming from the New York finance space, sees the opportunities, so many opportunities everywhere for what can be accomplished on the blockchain. And I think he's right. So much of it can, and so much of it would be more efficient and better on the blockchain. But can it all immediately go on the blockchain, or can one project tackle it all at once? Possibly, eventually. It seems to me maybe starting small with just the index fund aspect of it, and get great returns and proof that it can be done, and maybe expand from there. The goal is for this fully decentralized exchange to be able to handle any kind of assets, all digital assets and more traditional assets, all on the exchange, all being able to be exchanged with the yield token. But nonetheless, very interesting project, and interesting to see all the opportunities that there are out there with even just what seems simple at face value, a decentralized exchange, but so much that they're looking to do with it at Blockvest. I'd love to hear any of your thoughts, any more ideas about what can be done, and are you impressed with how much they're looking to accomplish? So let me know in the comment section down below. I appreciate all you guys watching, and we'll see you in the next one.